Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Wilds of Eldraine draft. Let's see, Agatha the Vile Cauldron, 2 mana 1/1, activated abilities of creatures you control cost X less to activate. X is Agatha the Vile Cauldron's power. This effect can't reduce mana and that costs less than 1. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and haste. So at least it reduces its own cost by 1. And you can use it multiple times a turn. Wow, that's kind of cool. That's a sweet card, actually. And it just randomly makes, other creatures' activated abilities cheaper too. I think we'll try that. Obviously good with all the rolls as well. Griffin Area is kind of a build around food tokens. Obviously spitting out tokens for that is sweet. And it's a throwback card. The Reaper is good with the rolls. Threadbind Click is obviously good. All the adventure cards are typically good. Torch the Tower, some removal. But this is a mythic. I think we got to take that. It's an exciting mythic. Let's see if we can follow up anything on color with it. Well, unfortunately, Frantic Firebolt is more... I guess it at least deals 2. So it's... 3 mana 2 isn't the best. This card's deceptively good. You get 2 bodies in 1, and it has Menace. This is like Combat Trick, Veteran. That's okay. It's a 1 mana 2/1. It's not bad. And I guess it kind of synergizes with Agatha because you can put a roll token on it. You can sacrifice it. You can chump block with it and get a Young Hero roll. And the Young Hero roll is good. You can get multiple buffs, especially with Agatha. You can get bigger. It's not the best card in the pack, but it is an uncommon. I think prioritizing uncommons and rares nowadays is typically a good idea just because they really do ramp up the power level on those, but I'll take the Veteran. Not the most exciting pick there, but I think it's fine. I like Monstrous Rage a lot. That one's good. Raid Bombardment works better with the rats. This is probably more of a black-red card. You could splash Agatha, actually, and still go black-red. That's true. Obira, this is more for the fairy build. Merry Bards. You can get more rolls. I might just take Monstrous Rage just because I know this is an excellent combat trick that also gives you a permanent buff. So that's kind of sweet with Agatha. Like if you cast Monstrous Rage on it, all of a sudden you can just for green or red start going hog wild, pumping your creatures. Because it's not other creatures, right? Yeah, it gets its own ability. So that's pretty sweet. We'll take Monstrous Rage. I think it's a good card anyway, so I'm fine with that. Raid Bombardment being a throwback, you don't see it as often, and like I said, it is good with it's good with all those rats, so something to consider. But I'll take Monstrous Rage. I'm okay with that. I should have looked at the green cards a little closer, I guess. All right, so no green, 1 red, but can't be the strongest card in here. Grasp of Fate is some removal. A lot of blue. I like red-blue. I guess I could consider that. This is at least a hard counter regardless of whether you have a fairy. Quick Study is excellent. This is good. This is probably at its best in blue-red. But, this is... Instant Speed Divination is a big upgrade from where Divination was before. Making Divination instant speed is actually a big deal, particularly in Limited. This is a strong uncommon, but we're quite a distance away from it. It's got a loot effect and then can ramp out some fatties. I think I'm going to take the Quick Study just because I really do think this card's good. The Alchemist is almost more important for that deck, but they're both super important cards. So I could take the Firebolt now. Woodland Acolyte is a great white card. Comes in, replaces itself, and then you can get stuff back in green. We definitely want to splash Agatha regardless of whether we end up blue or not. I think Agatha's... Well... Agatha would be less good. Agatha is probably at its best in if we play black-red. Twisted Field, you gain control of a creature. So if you have sack outlets, this is obviously good. This stun counter stuff, that's more for blue-white. Bloodline is an aura. You can get it back. It's good with Agatha and Commune with Nature. I think I'm going to take the Firebolt. Presume that red-blue, yeah, kind of feels like red-blue is where we're supposed to be. Wow, this is a good card. This This is a really good card in green. Well, we could still end up just green-red, too. I mean, this card is super strong. With Veteran, you just draw a card every time you get a roll. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm going to take that. I haven't seen that card yet either. That just seems like it goes crazy drawing cards. So we'll take that. I'll take it over Alchemist, which would be good if we end up blue-red. Yeah, some otherwise fine cards. That's cool. So the Tracker, it's a 4-mana 2/4 reach. I mean, that's cool too. It can buy you some time. Like I said, Bombardment, definitely good if we end up more of a red-black build. I still definitely feel like blue is open though. So why don't we take the Giant, because this is a great card. Late game, you can draw 4, discard 2 off of it, or 4-mana 3/3, and you can stun stuff with expensive stuff. This is more for blue-green though, not blue-red, but it's still probably good enough. Belligerent of the Ball, 3-mana 3/3. So this is probably more for red-white, but it is a 3-mana 3/3 that potentially gets bigger and gets menace, which is good. Or we take removal, or card draw, or Alchemist. All of these are good. If this, I may just take, well, could take the Alchemist. I'm going to take the Fireball. I think it's the best pick because we may not end up blue, and I feel like we're probably red, but Flick a Coin is actually playable. Kill an X1, create a treasure, and draw is nice. This gives you a roll, so it's good if we splash Lookout, which I think we could still splash Lookout and Agatha and be just fine. So Lectern gives me a blocker and maybe a Sorcerer roll, possibly. Prowler is more for blue-red, or we take Flick a Coin. I think I might... I'm going to take the Flick a Coin. We're probably blue, but it kind of depends on what we see out of pack 2 as well. Stopgap. So it's got the bargain. You can bounce and draw. I mean, that's actually pretty good. Coral Smith. So dies get to scry, and it's... I may actually play the Bards here, particularly if we end up with the Lookout making the deck. Alright, I mean, if you're getting 12th pick Alchemist, I think you just suck it up and play the... just play the deck. Yeah, this gives Cursed, and yeah, that's certainly good enough. Yeah, I mean, alright. We're playing blue-red, got it. Kellen, Fey-Blooded, 3-mana 2/2, you get to search if you play white, which we probably won't. Otherwise, it has Double Strike. Wow, that's a cool card. Otherwise, Corvald gives you some treasures, and then you get to play some cards. That's synergistically cool. Catapult, hope to wheel it. It's at its best here, but I'm not going to take it over a Mythic. Into the Fey Court is certainly playable. Water Wings is probably pretty playable too, just because it gives Hexproof. But getting Catapult back rather would be great. Waste Not. Yeah, I'm trying to think which archetype this works best with. I mean, black typically has discard stuff, so I could see it being good there. Oh yeah, this card is sweet too. I played against that. I was pretty impressed. I like that. You get the Wicked roll too. Surgender, 2-mana, 3/1, has Trample, Hexproof, and Ace as long as an opponent controls Planeswalker, so not likely to have that. But whenever another artifact controls put into a graveyard, you put a counter on it and scry 1, and you can sack it and gain life. That's pretty nice. This is, once again, Impact Tremors more for the black-red rat deck. Admirer, playable, not terribly exciting. Scarecrow Guide for splashing is actually kind of good. I don't think Agatha's looking as good in a blue-red deck, though. It's still playable, obviously, but I don't think it's necessarily what I want. I'll just take the 2-mana 3/1 with upside, because being able to smash early and then chump and gain life, or I mean, I guess we don't have any other artifacts, so it's a little less exciting, but I think it's still pretty good. You want to make sure you have enough 2 drops. All right, first duel. So it makes a curse token, you scry, and then can copy some stuff. This is technically an instant that's also a body. I kind of like that. Otherwise, once again, this is playable, but not really the right deck for it. Probably just take the uncommon here, or play the... I mean, I guess you just play the... This is Heartflame Slash. Maybe you splash white for this. That's actually a pretty strong effect. 3 mana, 3 damage to any target in limited. Even if you can't play the white half is pretty sweet. So we'll take that. Daredevil, another chance to take that. Now there's just a ton of green though. 3 mana, 3/4. Then you get stuff back. You don't own an exile to the, oh, I see. So you can get rid of, like, that's cool. Great food. Royal treatment. I kind of feel like I'm already too far down the red blue rabbit hole where I should just continue. I only have 2 green cards, so it'd be a little bit hard to dump the red plan, I think. So I'm taking the Daredevil just to get another creature that doubles as an instant sorcery. Apprentice's Folly. What does this do? Choose a non-token creature you control. It doesn't... Okay. So you create copies, and then on the 3rd you sack all your stuff. I think we just went Johan. What's our instant sorcery count? 6? Could have more. I'm just assuming, because I don't know the rules, but I hope that it still works with adventures. Unruly Catapult, I want it, but I'm not going to take it over this legend. This is like one of the better cards for this archetype, so I think you have to take it. It's just very, very good. Another Firebolt, we can. Otherwise, maybe Quick Study, because we already have 2 Firebolts, so maybe another Quick Study would be nice. I mean, I'm fine taking more Firebolts too, but I think at this point, we're actually off the splash. I don't think the splash is going to be necessary. So more card draw or more removal. I mean, you can never have enough of either, really. That's not true. You can have enough card draw, but I almost feel like Quick Study might be better than Firebolt. It's tough. They're both great. I'm going to go with the second Quick Study just to have like a 2-2 split for now. So another Galvanic Giant. The Trainee is a great card regardless of whether you're in black-red or not. It's just a very good common. Could take another Firebolt. Creature count is only 11. Or we could take the Galvanic Giant. We don't have any way to... We don't have 5 mana value stuff though. So it's really, I mean, it's double... It's still a double value uncommon that's not a bad card, but I think I actually agree. I might just take the removal to get instant sorcery count up. Well, and then there's another one. Could take the Living Lectern, get a blocker, create a treasure token. Blocker that creates a Sorcerer Roll. I mean, Sorcerer Roll is not bad. You get to scry. And it blocks. We need a good late game plan. I'm going to take the Lectern just to get a few, make sure I have enough blockers. But like I said, not getting Unruly Catapult back could end up hurting us pretty badly. I'll take this even though it's not an instant or sorcery. So Thief. I don't know if we're getting the Catapult back. I'll take this over Candy Trail, even though Candy Trail is actually a pretty good card. But this is instant sorcery that's also a creature. So here's all the green. So we're actually kind of in trouble. We did not get Catapult back. We can splash with this, so maybe this is worth considering. It might be. It might just be worth playing this. All right, Repercussion. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, Repercussion deals that much damage to that creature's controller. Wow. That's actually crazy with Frantic Fireball. All right, well, we get a win con out of that. I mean, unfortunately, it affects us too. I'd like the Frolicking Familiar. I mean, that's a great card, but this is a throwback mythic. This is actually kind of crazy. And we don't have that many creatures, so playing like burn, I mean, this could just, you can just kill your opponent outright with that pretty quick, I think. This is kind of a dangerous card, I guess, but I'm going to try it just because when you have burn spells like we do, that's pretty strong. Be nice to get the Familiar back. We'll see if we get that lucky. So we can play Take It Backside at least. Or we could take the Alchemist. We probably just take Alchemist because Stab Wound. There's another quick study in here, but Alchemist is just, I mean, it's made for this deck, so I think we take it since we don't really have any other good win cons. Besides the Repercussion, of course. Compulsion. I mean, getting a little looter that you can use multiple times a turn is actually not bad. But Stone Splitter Bolt is also looking pretty amazing with Repercussion as well. And it's another good burn spell. And we already have and it actually randomly works with the Giant. Because he can make it 5 mana or more, so alright. Freeze in place, playable, but Torch the Tower, what we're looking for here. It exiles as well, which is nice. Another Johan, I could get down with that actually. Or we can take a third Alchemist. I mean, it is a legend, but it's a good blocker, which the ability is just too good on this to not take. I think we have to take it. I think we're off the green plan again, though, and I'm okay with that. We need to find cuts, and as cool as Agatha is, at least we have a random Repercussion plan, which I hope pans out. We'll see if it does. Tap 1. Oh, good. We got the Catapult. We got to take this. This is just such a strong card in this deck. I can't believe all these quick studies are flowing, but that is just such a big pickup for us. Wow, a second one. This deck just finally came together last minute. This is very good too, but the Catapults are just so strong in here. When your deck is basically 10 instant sorceries and all that. So we don't need the Scarecrow Guide anymore. We'll find a few more cuts. Adventure cards are hard to cut because they also count as instant sorceries, which is just very nice. And this is a pretty cheap one that doubles as a reasonable creature. So I think we probably don't need the Veteran anymore because we don't really need the Auras. So we probably don't need the Bard. And we probably don't need the Thief. That does cut our creature count significantly, but actually we're still just fine. And with all the card draw we have, I'm not too worried about it. These can probably, you take it or leave it. It's a combat trick that's a creature, which is actually nice. And 3 mana, 4 power is not a bad blocker, but... So I guess we'll take a second flick the coin. These may be better to just sideboard into, but it's still pretty good. I think it does enough where you're kind of happy with it. Even if you end up like attacking with a 3/3 and they block with a 3/4 and then you finish it off with a flick a coin, you're not feeling too bad. You're getting a treasure, you're killing the creature, you're drawing. Don't need Prowler, don't need Heroism, don't need Guide, so I'll just take the Guide in case there's some reason I need to get a reach creature that lets us splash green if we need to. Taking another quick study, I think, over the stopgap. I think 3 is probably where you want to be on quick studies. Probably no more than that. Compulsion. I don't think we're going to need Compulsion anymore with 3 quick studies. We probably don't need to. Plus, you just kind of want to stick to the instants and sorceries. I'll just take the blue. Another Daredevil. They might need to ultimately get the cut. We'll see. I don't even know if I need the Monstrous Rage anymore. We'll see. I mean, it's an instant sorcery. We just don't have a million bodies for it. It's probably not a big deal, though. Double Catapult. That's pretty sweet. So we've got some serious cuts to make. Double Johan. And we probably don't want to cut instant sorceries. We're at 12, which just makes Johan incredible. We don't need white because Duelist is being played as a 3 mana instant speed burn. We could maybe get away with 1. I mean, having your instant sorceries have lifelink in a deck with 3 frantic firebolts is actually pretty sweet. So maybe it is worth it. Plus, then randomly, I guess we can do Kellen's search your library for an aura equipment. I guess we don't really have auras, though, do we? No, we don't. So it's really just for Duelist. Maybe I'm willing to run... It says we only have 15. Maybe I'm willing to run one planes. Just as like a means to splash if I have to. So we'll consider that. So that is 17 lands, which I think is fine with 3 quick studies anyway. So we have some cuts to make. I mean, the adventure cards are going to be hard to cut just because you do get that extra value out of them, which is great with Catapult. I mean, even Minecart Daredevil with Catapult is great. I mean, you get to block with Catapult. You buff it up to a 2/5 blocker, so it can kill something. Plus, it can tap and untap and shock your opponent. It's kind of nice. Maybe the Lecterns are a little less exciting. They're just cheap blockers. Not that that's bad, but we don't really need the Sorcerer Roll tokens anymore. It's just nice to have early blockers, but I'd still probably rather have a 3/1. And we have the Alchemists, which are clearly better than Lectern here too. So maybe that's ultimately what we do. I think I'm cutting Monstrous Rage. I do kind of like it with Catapult, but with the removal we have, maybe I run Rage over a Flick a Coin though. I don't want to cut any Quick Studies. And actually, Rage is pretty excellent with Alchemist too. All right, let's keep the Rage. Let's cut a Flick a Coin. Let's cut the Lecterns, I think. So that does bring us down to 14 creatures. That's still okay with 3 Quick Studies, though. I'm not loving 3 Daredevils. Maybe we'll cut one of those for now. So we really have more than 11 instant sorceries, because remember, all of our adventure cards are more. So really, right now we have like, what did I say we had? 11. So really we have like 12, 13, 14. I mean, we've got 15, 16 instant sorceries. That's a lot. So do I need Corvold? Probably not. It's a cute card. It is an uncommon, but we just don't need it. The 2 turns of Treasure to cast their spells, it's a little too cute for what we're trying to do here. I think for consistency, synergy's sake, we're gonna, I guess, try to win with Repercussion. This is probably a little bit greedy, but honestly, with the Frantic Firebolts and the Bolts, I feel like we could definitely win a game that way. Plus, our deck runs less creatures than a lot of decks, I'm sure. We'll see. It might be something you play late in conjunction with a Firebolt. You don't play it early. You play it when you're ready to use a Firebolt and just hit your opponent for like 10 damage for 6 mana. So that's how Repercussion works in this deck, I would say. I would argue. Kellen is just a double striker. I mean, there's no reason to not play this regardless of whether you have Aura equipment not. I mean, it's just a good, beefy double striker. I guess it's not beefy, but good double striker. Good blocker, good attacker. Surge Injure, like I said, good way to buy time as well as gain life. So we're at the point we need to make some cuts. 2 more. I could cut the Daredevils. Maybe. How badly do I want the Flick a Coin? I feel like the versatility of Daredevil's probably better than Flick a Coin. There's going to be more times that I want to have an instant sorcery as well as a 4/2, in my opinion. And randomly with Repercussion, having a 4-power creature on blocks could be nice. Like, it's going to end up dealing 4 damage to them too. Maybe that's good enough. So really our creature count's actually lower than 13 though, isn't it? Because Duelist doesn't even hardly counts as a creature in here. So it's really like 12 creatures. Pretty light. But if you count Quick Studies as like, usually I count my card draw as like half a creature because you hope that it draws into a creature. So maybe I should cut a non-creature here though. I can't cut the Firebolt, so they're exactly what I want to do with the Repercussions. Maybe the Monstrous Rage does have to go. I don't want to, but because I think it's a strong card, but I think it kind of makes sense. It's probably better to have the versatility of the Daredevils in here. Have the instant sorcery, or have the instant as well as a 4/2. Probably better. It's a cool deck. I like this. I don't know how well it's going to do, but I guess we'll find out. Pretty even on blue-red, and then, yeah, we'll randomly run a Plains, I guess. I don't think it'll hurt the deck too much. We'll see. We do need 2 red, at least for Repercussion, but all right. We'll see how it goes. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Round 1, we've got a good keep here. I think we actually do Sir Ginger first. Yeah. I mean, good. Maybe it doesn't matter. Ooh, little ramp action. think I think I'll go Sir Ginger into Kellen here. That cat purring loudly. Jeez. I'm gonna lower the cat purring noise here. Ooh, Mosswood Dread Knight's a great card. Oh, it's not purring anymore. Okay, well, that's fine. And then Vanguard you get back when you get enchantments. That's pretty cool. And then you can cast from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of your next turn. It's pretty sweet, the 2 cards he played. Nice, uncommon, and rare. Well, we've got the catapult, so maybe I'm okay blocking here. They are a mana away from getting their 5/4, I suppose, which makes things a little trickier. Or I could just jam Kellen. Kellen actually makes the most sense because it's our double striker. Yeah, I'm going to play Kellen. Some good bargain stuff going on. I think I'm gonna trade. Why did this get bigger? I should know this. Oh, for each. Oh, that's funny. Wow. That's pretty awesome. So I could take 6, or I might just trade with Vanguard and make them pay. Because at this point we need to go for more of the late game plan. So I think we'll just take, I may still take 5, but ultimately I think it's all right. Let's play Johan, and then we can start getting some instant sorceries off the top, which is nice. All right, so we got the Duelist, and they can just straight up cast it from the graveyard as an adventure till the end of it. So that's pretty good. Alchemist lets me get stuff back to the top of my deck, which is nice. I guess the play is Catapult and Alchemist, probably. Well, do I ultimately want to use Alchemist to get an instant sorcery back? I may. Although it does kind of weaken our Frantic Firebolt if I do that, doesn't it? So maybe I do just get the Alchemist back now. Yeah, with the Kellen out, that might be just a little bit wiser. All right. I guess I can attack here. They can't really comfortably block. All right. So we have another catapult. We got the Torch the Tower. That'll do it. I don't want to. The funny thing is, I don't want to actually bargain. I don't want to bargain Kellen, but I do want to torch the Dread Knight. Yeah. Because if I lose Kellen, all my dudes get unbuffed. So I don't think that's worth it. But definitely want to torch the Dread Knight. So let's do that first, because we're not gonna be able to use a catapult anyway. So let's torch. We'll get the trigger on the catapult we have anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bargain. We'll hit them. Torch that. Exile it. We have Firebolt, which let's just attack with Alchemist here. They go to 12. And then I think we'll play another catapult, because I think between duelist and what we can beat with, we're going to be able to win this race currently. All right. I think they're in pretty serious trouble. So technically we could do giant off the top if we had the mana, but we don't, so that's okay. So can we just kill them here? Like if I attack with Alchemist and they don't block, let's see if they do. I'm kind of curious if they do. It's probably smart. So we'll duelist them and buff Alchemist. Then we trade. And then even with Titanic Growth, they don't have enough to kill us, so that's okay. So we'll this hits for 4 now. What was the one that got put in there that makes it 4? I don't know, but not a big deal. All right, that's cool. We'll take that. Catapult's just so good. So they're playing beefy boy.deck, but they've got some good uncommons and rares in there too. So is Repercussion? I think Repercussion honestly is still probably good enough, even though they've got some beefy dudes that aren't going to be easy to chump if we have that. I think the stopgap is actually good because they have expensive stuff, even though they can, I guess, replay an adventure. I don't care about that adventure that much. Definitely don't need Flick a Coin. I guess we're good. Honestly, we don't have that much of a sideboard. Our sideboard plan is ultimately like Living Lecterns if they're coming out guns blazing. Actually, Lectern almost looks better than Sir Ginger versus their 3/1s. That's kind of true. Although I still want to be able to beat down with Sir Ginger, so I think the upside of Sir Ginger is probably still higher, even though Lectern technically can block. It's probably just better to have an attacker and support it with removal. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Kellen was pretty interesting there, being a full team buff. That actually was kind of a big deal, them using that removal on it. We don't have any red mana, but we're on the draw and we have the Alchemist. I think I am going to keep it. Especially having 2 Johans is actually kind of awkward, to tell the truth. But I don't really want to mulligan this hand. All right, I may just offer the trade here, although Torch the Tower, yeah. Actually, I think we're going to trade. Our late game's still better than theirs, so they need to pay the 2 extra to get the thing back here, so I don't want to just take 3 every turn, and we don't have red mana yet, so we need to get some more time. So I could bargain stopgap to draw an extra card if I need to. I think ultimately I will. Yeah, because we need to draw our land here, so. Actually, I guess we attack first. Oh, this is a sorcery? Oh, never mind. We We hugely screwed up. I forgot Stopgap was a sorcery. I thought it was an instant. And by we, I mean I hugely screwed up. So let's see what I would have drawn out of it, because we are annihilated this game. I would have drawn this, which would have actually been, I guess, pretty good. They do have a lot of 3/1s. Well, maybe it is worth it to bring in the lecterns. Let's see. So I can play this. 3, 4, 5. I guess we're not quite dead. Pretty close, though. But I'll... oh, I can sack my curse token to draw. Well, I don't think I want to do that. I'll get some more information. That's nice. So we'll concede. We'll bring in the lecterns. And maybe I'll cut the Daredevils for that. Actually, I think we'll cut Sir Ginger. We'll bring in the lectern. Maybe I'll cut one Daredevil. Just so they do have a lot of 3/1s and 3/2s. So blocking is actually kind of nice to buy time. I think it is. Yeah, so maybe we'll cut one Daredevil and go up to 2 lecterns so we have some early blocks. Yeah, it's probably fine. And we'll play first. So, yeah, it's good enough. The Transmuter is actually kind of a cool common with the Cursed Roll business. So I've got Quick Study as well. We'll probably end up doing that. All right. Hatching Plans. That's actually not too intimidating. So I could have played the Daredevil. That might have actually been smarter, but I really want to play Johan next turn, so I'd rather do it this way. All right, good. Very good. So let's get Johan down, and then we got access to our instants and sorceries off the top, which is obviously very good. We've got Transmuter value too. We've got Torch to Tower. So we've got, and if they kill Johan somehow, then we can play our second one. So I still feel comfortable blocking with Johan as well. Nice. And I can always bargain the first Johan if they do something. I'm going to put it on the bottom, actually, because I have a second one. So I don't need to waste a draw with that. All right, so we'll play the land, and then I'll play Johan and leave up Torch to Tower here. Ooh, that's cool value. And And you get it off itself too. Wow, it's pretty strong. So that is fine, I guess. We can get Quick Study back with Alchemist. It's a high cost for that though, so we'll probably end up just jamming the Alchemist. We've got Stopgap on top, so I think you just do it for the free value. Although, yeah, we get to just bounce the creature and draw. That's sweet. Yeah, that's really good. So first, let's play our land. And then 6 mana, so we're not going to bargain. And, oh, it's a it specifically says non-land permanent. So, we give them more value if we do the heart, but they do have to recast it. So I think I'm actually going to do the heart, even though they can loot off of it or whatever. I think that's actually fine. All right, and then we can play Alchemist, or I could get Stopgap back with it eventually. I can do Transmuter, but we want to save that for a fatty. Maybe we just play the Alchemist just to get it down. And then pass. Alchemist is kind of a valuable beater for us, so I think this is okay. They got a nice hand though. They have like no limit on their hand size or what? I guess it's because I bounced that. They're gonna draw a lot of cards though, jeez. Okay. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to risk Joanne dying since it's my last one. And I would presume they probably have some sort of pump spell, so. If not, it's a good bluff, but I'm not going to worry about it. Setting up for that repercussion play. Wow, that's cool. They're just doing it for the extra land play, huh? Wow, so they've got maybe all spells in hand. That's crazy. So I can quick study out the top. I think we got to do that. You take advantage of the Joanne when you got it. So unruly catapult drawn. So we can play this, do Kellan, and leave up Torch the Tower. Or we can do catapult. I guess I'm more willing to lose. The catapult's actually more important to our deck than Kellan is, I would think. Believe it or not. Let's torch Troyan in response, I think. Actually, oh, bargain doesn't let me sack a creature, does it? It's only tokens. Well, I guess I can do nothing about that. I should have played the catapult then I could have sacked it. Yeah, it's alright. A few mistakes are being made here. All right. So we do have instant sorcery at the top, so we can kill Troyan. So they can play less per turn, or we can kill the 3/3. But this lets them loot too, so I think we kill Troyan. So we're definitely going to do a duelist first. So we do duelist off the top, kill Troyan. And then we have quick study off the top, which I want to do, but oh, I guess I still can, because I can go land. Oh, you can only do the first one. That's right. That's right. You only get one a turn. So I have 5 left. So I can do Transmuter. We'll curse the 5/5. And I guess we just get the catapult down now. But then I can't torch the tower. I can do Alchemist, actually. I mean, I want to start pinging their life total down. Maybe this is the time to do it then. Let's just get the catapult down now. The white man is actually pretty valuable now because we still have all 3 of our frantic bolts left, and we have the repercussion plan somewhere in here as well. All right. Not the absolute end of the world. I mean, it's pretty good, but we have the Daredevil that can block it too, so that's all right. So we'll take 3. And we untap. We have the quick study. We got to land on top. So we do quick study first. All right, and then we have the giant and a lectern on top. Well, those aren't the most useful. And we have Transmuter we can do as well. So I can do, let's see, I can do Transmuter, but I can do Transmuter and leave up Ride the Rails, and I guess Torch the Tower, or the Alchemist. I can eventually do Storm Reading if I need to. Let's do Transmuter and leave up, well, leaving up Daredevil's not. It's not the best value here. Could just be playing the Daredevil to block the worm and leave up Torch the Tower. We still don't have a token to sack though, do we? I mean, it's not the best use of mana to do that. Maybe we do Daredevil plus Alchemist. Yeah, I like this actually. And then I have Torch the Tower too. So I'm not getting the full Alchemist value, but I think this is okay. And I guess technically we could sack Unruly Catapult if I had to. I'm hoping I don't have to, but we'll see. They're still ahead on cards, oddly enough. That up the beanstalk was kind of a big deal. Yeah. Happy to trade Daredevil for Beanstalk Worm, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, we trade. All right. So Lecterns. So we have 10 mana. So we can do Giant for 7. Still have mana left over to do Lectern plus Torch the Tower, so we can chump. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played land so I could get the Duelist. Well, let's do this anyway. Because I want to see what we get from it. Alright. Now I got the Repercussion and we got the white mana. Oh, I have to discard 2. So probably a land. We'll keep the white mana and we'll ditch, I assume, a Lectern. And we do have the Repercussion, so that's... At this point with the Firebolt, I mean, we can kill them with Repercussion pretty quick here. Pretty right quick. The question is, can I chump and live? And I guess I can. Because I can do Duelist next turn. So let's get the Catapult down, I think, actually. I mean, I could play the Firebolt now, but with the Repercussion, the Firebolt's going to win the game. So we need to live long enough for this. Let's get Catapult down. And the plan is to chump with Alchemist. They can keep playing fatties. I'm alright with that. We'll block the 6/5 and block some little dudes. I don't think we need the catapults to win, but I need to... When I play Repercussion, it needs to be for the win here. The Duelist is going to buy us some time, though, which is nice. Kind of just want them to play another fatty, fill up their hand, because we're close to victory here. So we will... I think we just need the one catapult, so I'm going to prevent some damage here. So I think the block is just chump here and then block here on that. They probably can't buff their whole team, I hope. We'll find out. So we'll block like that. Alright, so they kill that. That's fine. Okay. Just play a 5-drop and then we'll be good. So they gain 3. It's gonna make it a little trickier. I don't think we're dead. Alright, so don't have the Firebolt on top. So I'll play the Plains. We get the Duelist down. Can I play the Repercussion and not die? Well, I'm gaining a ton of life, and I can torch as well. So we can torch. Let's see, 9 mana, so 3, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, we do have enough to kind of do a lot here. So let's do the Repercussion. This is crazy. And we'll do Firebolt. I don't want to do... we can still... Okay. So we Firebolt the Glutton. And do this. And then we play the Lectern. then we pass, and then I can block with Lectern. Yeah, this will actually be okay. As long as we're not, you know, dead here or anything. They're like 1 life from dying, actually. I guess they have the food, so that's going to buy them some time. So we're going to be torching their island. Sacking the Lectern. I mean, if they keep the mana up for the food, they're kind of okay. Makes sense. Interesting. So basically we block here, we take the rest, we sack the Lectern, torch that dude. Floating some mana. Oh, sure. That makes sense. Bottom that. Ooh, there's a vault. Yeah, let's take the damage. I think we got him. That's pretty nuts. I'm glad the Repercussion got us the victory and then just ran him a course. Just why not? That's incredible. Wow. That's pretty sweet. That was fun. All right. We'll see you for round 2. All right. Round 2. That is a keep. Good to go. Surgender into Catapult, which is nice. Or, yeah, could do it into Daredevil too, but getting that Catapult down as quick as possible in a deck like this is really essential, I think. See if they have their Rat kill spell. Well, if they had, I think they would have cast it there. That's all right. Didn't need it anyway. All right, let's do the Catapult. Well, we got the Transmuter for that. That's nice. I'm actually gonna play the Daredevil because it's a 4/2 beater here. All right. So we'll deal the 1 there. So I'll do the Transmuter. It's fine. And then we'll get our damage in. And yeah, get him for 4. And then pass. All right. What's the wicked roll do? Not a big deal. So I could deal it to them. I'm not in a huge rush to do that though. I mean, we'll see. Create a monster roll and sacrifice an aura attached to it. Fight star creature you don't control. Wow, that's pretty sweet. That worked pretty well for him. What's the monster roll do again? I missed it. I don't know. Oh, with the adventure too. That's nice. Ooh, you get another roll on it too. That's nice. All right, well, let's kill the... Oh wait, that's only gonna bring it to 4 though, isn't it? Ah, it's a tough one. All right. All right, so they'll take that. This is actually, this could end up okay. Possibly. All right, so it becomes a 4/4. So then we kill this. Oh, looks like they had a buff spell of some sort, but wait, why isn't it X damage to target creature, X is 2 plus the number of cards in your graveyard that are instant sorcery and or have an adventure. Oh, I see. So it's not in the, we've only got the 2. All right. Gotta let them fight. All right. Well, at least we kind of countered that. That's good. Oh, that's nice. So they have 1 card left. We're ahead on the race, so we'll just jam Daredevil here and then pass. What does this guy do? The Werefox. I think it's pretty sweet. All right. It like gives it trample, all right, and buffs it. That's cool. Vanguard, huh? All right. Plus they have the Fox. Well, they got a lot of goodies there. Oh, Johan. Yes, please. All right, so we'll bolt Vanguard. So they don't have an enchantment in hand, and then we get to hit for 4. Which is obviously a big deal when they're at 9 life. Well, they could have attacked there. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't. But they're being cautious now, which is probably smart. So maybe I'll just attack with the Daredevil and get a body off their thing there. Kind of surprised they would rather block with that one, to be honest, but that's all right. Ooh. quick study too. But we'll just get in for 2 and then drop the duelist. Let's see. I don't have aura equipment I can find, I don't think. Alright, well, let's just get in there and see if we get them. Alright. So they have to chump block. And we'll get back I guess stopgap, I guess, I don't know. In case they have something crazy. And we'll just show them cards they already know about. Alright, cool. Well, we outvalued them there. So they do have some X1s if I wanted to do the flick. This Fountainbane Troll is sweet. Monster roll, +1/+1. Oh, it's the trample one, yeah. It's a sweet card. Really good. It's a really strong one. I mean, we can make it cursed. I mean, we have means to destroy it. It's just when you have 5 mana out and you play it, just basically get like an auto fight kill. It's pretty strong. I kind of like the Daredevil quite a bit in this match. Troll doesn't fight it well. Does good against Worm. 4 is kind of a little bit of a magic number here. I think I want to bring in the 3rd Daredevil, particularly since it's got the ride the rails value too. As far as cutting, I mean, I could drop Kellen. Yeah, maybe I'll drop Kellen and do the Daredevil instead, because I mean, it's a good card and it's a mythic and it's got that aura value or whatever, but against our opponent, I don't actually think it's better than just having a Daredevil, believe it or not. All right, let's run her back. I wonder if Daredevil's just static better than Kellen in our deck. It probably is. If I can remember, I should probably switch that between rounds. It's a little bit strange wanting to play a common over a mythic, but in this deck it just makes more sense. Oh, I don't have a blue mana, do I? That's all right. Oh, well, now I do. Oh, mill 4, huh? Wow. 4 spells? It's kind of crazy. It actually, believe it or not, helps us. Just turned our Firebolt into a crazy good burn spell. Little did they know that was a mistake to do that. I'll just play the white mana now, and we'll drop a Daredevil. I guess it's our last Daredevil, though. It's okay. They have the Death Grapple or whatever. Candy Grapple, whatever it's called. Not a big deal. We can still get rid of that. All right, they don't have a land drop, so this is like definitely the time to jam a duelist burn. That's cool. I mean, we still have duelist and bolt, so I'm kind of not that upset about it. Alright. Well, 6 mana, or no, just 5, so I can do Stopgap now. I mean, I can do Duelist plus Bolt, but I kind of want to, well, they could mill us, but like I said, milling actually kind of helps us. Now, you know what, let's just do, let's do the Duelist and just do the Firebolt and just gain our life now. Just because it's a lot of life. I wonder if it was actually better to kill the Fawn there. Yeah, you know what? It might have actually been smarter to do the Fawn. But that's alright. We'll bounce whatever next big thing they have. Alright. So we'll, let's see, do the Stopgap first. We're not going to bargain. How did they pay all that mana? Oh, it was bargained. I see. Well, they can't bargain again, so that worked out. And then we'll get in for 3. So we'll drop this and get in for 3. All right. All right, so they're going to bargain again. Let's quick study now. I could wait until I have the catapult out, but oh, there's our repercussion. Huh? Oh, we have Galvanic Giant too. That's not bad. So let's get the catapult down. I mean, the plan is alive now. Now we're just like we're one of our remaining 2. I mean, Firebolt's just gonna end this game. So, uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna fight. I assume the Duelist. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know which one I prefer, but that makes sense. All right. So we're gonna have to do Galvanic Giant. And we're gonna need some goodies here in order to not just, you know, die. We have 8 mana, so I don't have enough to do anything with Giant here. And you get to exile a creature too? Jeez, it's pretty strong. It's rare for a reason, huh? Alright. So we'll discard the blue because we need the extra red for Repercussion. But I don't know if we can live long enough for this. We'll see. All right, we're at 16. So, well, this is a sorcery. All right, so let me take 6. They're gonna gain 3. I wonder if we, so let's see, 5, 8, 9 mana, so 4, 7, so I don't have enough to do all of that. But I do have the Firebolt, so I can do Surprise Firebolt. I wonder if just getting blockers here is wise. It's a little tough. 3, 6, 9. But like I said, I guess the problem is they can gain 3. Let's do it. Let's just play the Repercussion now, because I don't think we have 6. So I can do Firebolt on Well, I can actually do it on this. And we're not dead. And then I can do Alchemist and get back Firebolt. And that potentially kills them if they don't kill us here. Or if they can gain life somehow. Alright, it's not enough, so got there. Doesn't matter. Wow, Repercussion, pretty sweet. We'll see for round 3. That's right, I want to do that swap, so I'm going to dump Kellen, and I'm going to bring in the Daredevil, I think, just for the extra instant sorcery count in the graveyard. And could dump Sir Ginger for Lectern, and the only reason to do that is for more bargain value, but that's probably okay. Sir Ginger is still potential life gain, and I guess a scry effect. No, it's only another artifact, so. Oh, well, we've got the catapult still, so still something. But that's probably fine, I think. Alright, round 3. We'll play first. It's a good hand. Alchemist into catapult into using Daredevil tactically, or just playing the Daredevil. Both those options are fine. Ooh, fairy deck maybe? That'd be kind of cool. I might just jam a Daredevil as a beater. We'll see. Can't decide. I mean, Daredevil threatens a lot of damage. It is susceptible to a kill spell, but I kind of want to do quick study next turn. If I do the catapult, it makes this stuff better. It's a tough choice here. Getting a 4/2 down now is not bad, though. I mean, at least it forces them to use removal, and it's a big threat, especially when we have a Firebolt in hand. All right, we'll just get in for 1 and drop the Daredevil, I think. I think the potential damage output from it is quite high. I mean, there's more stuff that kills it, I guess, than there is catapult, but that's okay. We'll do it like this. I mean, doing catapult, it's kind of tough to say. Uh-oh, Repercussion. I'm not quite ready for you yet. We're going to do a quick study to find our land, because I want to make my land drops. And then we'll get in for 3. And there's another Daredevil, but don't quite have the mana for it. At least not a mana for all the goods. So, I mean, I get in and I probably bolt, honestly. And the only reason I bolt is it's gonna help with the race and make their stuff more expensive, and kind of makes it so we're winning the race a little bit. It's a little tough. If we draw a mana, at least I get to do Daredevil plus play it. So it's an okay way to buy some time. I mean, Repercussion ultimately with the Firebolt's better, I suppose, but it's kind of cool playing against Fairy deck. So we'll, I guess, play the Catapult now. Could do the Daredevil, because they only have 3 cards left. Yeah, this does threaten more damage. I'm gonna play the 4/2. This could be wrong, but I just feel like the Daredevil's a pretty big threat. kind of forces some more removal or for them to stay back. Or to have a good blocker for it. Like, that's not a great blocker for it. It's a strong card, obviously, but they're missing land drops too, so it's not the end of the world. That makes sense. Ooh, duelist. So, I don't have my white mana. So I can duelist the Dream Thief, get in for 4. I'm missing the red mana to do the Repercussion. I could kill the Messenger and get in for 4, trade the Thief. I get a lot of stuff off their board that way. Alright, maybe that's the play then. Alright, so we'll allow that. And then duelist the Messenger. Alright, that's cool. So let's just get a catapult down for now. Alright. Not the absolute end of the world, but we can afford to discard at least. Guess probably the giant. Alright, that's cool. So now at least we can do catapult. Well, they're gonna untap their fairy too, huh? Oh, they could have untapped it any time. That's actually pretty sweet. It's a great card. You know, I'm close to Repercussion ending it, but I'm just not quite there. So I think we gotta hold up. I want to not hold up, but oh, maybe I should have. Yeah. Well, now they can probably counter this, but oh, it's got ward as well. All right, I guess we'll have to do that one. Can't afford the ward. And I don't get to scry. Yeah, I guess I should have done it on my turn. So we can do this, play the ward, and then we're not dead next turn. Alright, so we can do this stopgap, but we still need another removal, which I don't think we have. Alright, so they countered us and we get beat up. So we'll go to game 2. So we're playing against fairies. Flick a coin's looking great. Wow, yeah, Flick a coin's good value here for sure. A lot of X1s. Reach, it's not bad actually, but what am I cutting for the Flick the coins though, huh? I guess we don't probably need the transmuter necessarily. Maybe one Daredevil can go in one. Well, the transmuter, it just makes it base power. Yeah, we can probably dump that. I still probably want the Repercussion, because if we're hitting land drops, that's going to be really good. Scarecrow Guide blocks their 1/1s, but I'm not really feeling that. I think the rest is okay. We'll probably try this. Definitely don't need the lecterns. So we'll play first. Yeah, it's a keep. It's actually a pretty decent hand. I mean, we'll need some land help, but if we get it, we're looking okay. All right, flick of coin's looking good. When we can eventually cast it. All right, that's cool. So did not get the land, unfortunately. That's a tough one. I wish. That's probably, unfortunately, that's borderline game there. Like, we kind of needed that. Yeah. Unfortunately, we just can't fall behind against this deck, so it's kind of a bummer, but that's all right. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Bummer. Just a bit too late, unfortunately. Just a bit too late. Yeah. I'm not even sure what the best play is now. I guess it's cool that Flick a Coin can set us up for duelists. We don't have any burn, though. So I suppose we duelist, kill that, and then I can ping something. All right, let's do duelist, kill the alchemist, and then at least I can flick a coin them and play duelist if I draw a land, which I kind of need to. I mean, messenger is just so good. I mean, I guess if I draw a land, I can get the stopgap, but they probably, they have a lot of counter spells in there too, so that's tough. This deck is sweet. I'm talking about mine. I mean, their deck's cool too because it's the first fairy deck I've seen, but this is probably, this deck is super fun. How often are you going to see Repercussion either? So I think we could have gone off, but obviously we needed to, draw lands. They're just going to counter everything we have and win, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? We needed lands and we just didn't get them. They just got a grip full of counter spells. There's no way to win this. This card's amazing, though, so, I don't know how you beat that rare when you're getting land screwed. There's nothing you can do. They're just going to leave open mana, counter a spell, and call it a day. Oh, maybe they don't have the counter spell. Doesn't really matter. We lose regardless. Doesn't matter what I discard. We can't even kill it with our buffed Frantic Firebolt, so that is that. All right, so I ended up going 2-1. Deck was sweet. I can already tell I love this archetype. Let's do some pack one, pick ones. Call it a day. Great. Yeah. All right. Pack one, pick one. Soul Cauldron. 2 mana. Spend mana so over mana of any color to activate abilities Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it. Exile target card from a graveyard. When a creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it. That's kind of sweet. So you're exiling creatures, you're getting activated abilities. How many cards? I feel like, well, this has activated abilities. I mean, it's a mythic. It looks like it's a fun one to do. Spending mana as if it were mana of any color to activate abilities. If you take it first, you can certainly build around it, so that's fun. So Raid Bombardment, good with the Rat deck. We established that. Greta is just good. Love Alchemist for our deck. Glass Casket's good removal. I'd take the Soul Cauldron. That seems like a fun build around. All right, here. Gotta take Kellen again. Yeah, Kellen's great. Impact Trimmers, once again, great Rat card. All the throwback Rat card stuff. I like it. But I'd take Kellen. The Messenger, I mean, we just got destroyed by that card. This card is... You could have one fairy in your deck and it be Italian's Messenger, and you're still just looking amazing. This card is so insanely strong. I mean, the fact that... I think... If you didn't get the loot off of this, it would feel a bit more fair. But the fact that you get a loot plus buff permanent, and you choose where it goes, and you can attack with any fairy and get it, that's a really strong card. So, yeah, understandably destroyed by that, and easy first pick. Don't even, like I said, don't even have to build a fairy deck. Regardless of whether you're playing a fairy deck or not, that card is so strong. So this is kind of a cool card. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It definitely can win you some games through incremental value. You have to lose some life, but it's a cheap effect, and you get like a buff thing too, so it's kind of cool. Garruk's Uprising, potentially amazing for green-blue. We got a lot of fatties to draw cards off of. The Vanguard is good. I've gotten beat up by this a few times. It keeps coming back in an aura format. And Brave the Wilds was pretty cool in our opponent's deck, where they bargained the hatching plans and drew a billion cards. Couple double rare, huh? Well, Dawn of Hope is a sweet card. You get the lifelink tokens, and then you can draw cards off of them. Really strong. This card single-handedly wins the game, so I think you just take it. This card's probably sweet too, though. Buff your creature tokens, and you can just single sorcery speed buff something too. I like the Glutton, that was cool. Reaper is obviously good. I like the Transmuter. A lot of good stuff in here, but we'll take Dawn of Hope. Throwback rare, that's really, really strong. I remember when that was just, you know, not throwback in, was just in limited, and it was insanely good then too. So Shatter the Oath, some removal. It is kind of clunky, but I guess you get a Wicked roll too, so it could be good. Butcher is kind of cool too. You get 2 bodies in one, and some versatility with the other 2 abilities you can choose from. Season of Growth. This is kind of cool in an aura format, actually. Yeah, I could see Season of Growth being really good. Actually, I'd probably take Season of Growth and then just go for a lot of like aura effects and just go hog wild, drawing cards and scrying. That's really strong. All right, sounds good. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.